Hello to part 3 about feminine productivity. I'm a bit nervous about today, so let's see which words want to flow out of my mouth today. We heard the first part about the receptive feminine energy and the ability to let go and to rest in the right moment. We heard the second part about the intuitive flow and the balance of action and non-action, of going with the flow and of listening to your own inner rhythms. And now the third part is about the actual feminine productivity. We have a lot of comparison with the masculine activity nowadays. So our whole work life is in a masculine or in a let's say like it is structured in a masculine way. It is all organized, structured, very logical, very linear, very straightforward. Our whole life is planned, and especially our work projects, they have like deadlines and they are planned, and you have certain things to do and you just follow a strict direction. So it is all like when it comes to productivity, it comes to do things after another and do that fast. Because then you reach the point where something is produced and then you start again. So we are used to that linear kind of working. The feminine productivity, or the secret of feminine productivity, is quite opposite to that. So the feminine energy is, as we heard, very receptive to multiple information, ideas, possibilities and ways. And we start collecting all this information in the receptive part. Then we know when it is the right time to do what, when we are going with the flow. And we say, okay, now I focus on this trait and I go this part for a little bit. And it is like opening and going forward, opening and going forward. So a little bit like this mushroom or tree shape. That is what is happening in feminine productivity. So you open the space and then you move a step forward and then you open the space again. It is like this is the whole universe and you decide, okay, now I pick this part, and then there you go and walk along the direction. So you get specific in a direction, but then again you're opening a new universe, because in that specific direction there are again like 1,000 ways. So instead of like following a linear plan and like having that plan in the beginning, it is very creative to always open a space, get a specific thing, open a space again, get a specific thing. So this is like one point of feminine productivity, to be able to create universes within each step. And that is the key to being exponentially productive. Instead of following a clear path which is linear, step by step, at each of the points you are creating new universes, and from that pond of universes you are selecting the best ideas or the best possibilities or the best traits. That also means that it is not easy to calculate it. It is not easy to say, okay, I have a deadline, so I do this like 5 days now and then it's done. That's where the whole world needs a shift, because the feminine productivity is working like nature. It is like selecting seeds, like looking at the universe, selecting the seed that we want, planting the seeds, and then moving along with them in time. It takes sometimes time to nourish those seeds. it sometimes takes time to put in the light, the water, whatever the seed needs, the soil, and put all the ingredients together to make it grow. But we need to take this time. And in the meanwhile, it doesn't make sense to move forward, because you could have like this linear approach. And if you would move forward, of course, you would come to a result. It is working. That is what the whole world is showing us. But what I'm saying is, if you are able to let go this mental idea of a necessity to move in a linear way, you will experience like the abundance of nature within your own working style. Because this is what happened in nature. You have multiple seeds and you threw them out. Then you take care for them. You nurture them. That is a very feminine energy. You nurture your projects, you look what they need, you put fertile soil, you plant the seeds, you water them, you give them a lot of love and light, and then you see how they are growing. And when you see which one of them is growing, you also know which one you need to put in more water or more soil or more light or more love, and which one you don't. And then you see, okay, it's the next step of the tree, it's the next step of the project. And then you see again, where do you have to cut the tree, or what do you need to put in the tree so it is even growing better. And I don't know if that is understandable at the moment, what I'm trying to say. It is like allowing yourself each time again, like each step of your project, to completely start over again. It is like being creative in each step of the thing that you're doing. That does mean that you allow all the possibilities to come in again, even those that you would not have thought of. It is then aligning your workflow with the divine energy and the divine potential, the divine flow. And that means that you can create in a much, much bigger scale than your mind would create when you follow a structured way. So, feminine active potential means to nurture your dreams, means to be open for all the abundance that is there, and means to have patience with each step that you're taking to be able to recreate and open the space again and give birth to a new universe of possibilities. And in the beginning, when this is new to you, it could look like, or it could feel like you're wasting time, or it could feel like you're getting a little bit lost, because like a whole universe is the whole universe. So it's like, where should I go? What should I do? What is the plan? Like, we all have this feeling for, or this urge to have a structure and a plan, because then we feel safe in the things we are doing. But creativity is living from abundance. It's living from non-perfectionism. It's living from being open to explore. And it needs a little bit of trust too. It needs a little bit of trust that the things you're doing and the projects you're working with, that there is a divine plan behind it, that you're not doing these things just because you want to sell a product, but that you're doing those things because your heart and your soul is behind it, and that is the whole universe that is supporting it. And when you have that trust in your projects, you will have the patience to open up the space each time again, and then you will find the optimal path in the end. So in the end, it is possible that it could have been like in linear way, but maybe in the middle you find like multiple ways. And for a time being you just follow one way, but the other two ways are not lost, and then you might come back and explore them, and then you have three things done in one step. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like having all the possibilities open and understanding the potential of your project helps you to scale in a much bigger way. And that is what business is about. How to scale your business, how to scale your product, how to scale your service. When you allow to work or allow yourself to work in the feminine productive way, which is abundant creational, you will have the ability to scale your product, your business, your workflow, your energy, your outcome in a much better way. So I think that's it for now. Having this said, that the feminine productive energy is exponential, and with that little secret, it is actually possible that feminine working style is doing the work that a linear way would do, like maybe in a month. The feminine working style can put all that work in a week of time, using the other 3 weeks to build the flow around that 1 week, so it all aligns together. And while doing that, it will not only create that 1 week's output, but the possibility for 3 more weeks' outputs. And then all the pieces puzzle up together to a giant web of creation within your own business. Let me know if you have struggles with anything of these things that I told you the last days. Let me know if there are blocks or if you have been reflecting about things. Let me know if I can be there for you and help you with some things to incorporate your beautiful feminine productive energy. I'm the Rainbow Woman and I'm here for you. I hope you enjoyed these videos and talk soon.